Welcome to our channel. Brad Pitt's former security guard alleges Angelina Jolie encouraged kids to avoid spending time with him. A former security guard for Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie alleges that the actress attempted to drive a wedge between the actor and their children. In court documents obtained, which were filed on Thursday, lawyers for Pitt claim that a former security guard, Webb, was told that Jolie had instructed her children not to speak to Pitt during custody visits. The documents also claim that Jolie attempted to threaten the security guards into silence through the use of non-disclosure agreements, NDAs. The documents were filed as part of the years-long legal battle between the exes over their Château Miraval vineyard and their subsequent back-and-forth legal sparring over the use of NDAs. According to the court docs, Webb was the head of Jolie's security detail for 2 decades, and he remained in that role for approximately 4 years after the couple divorced. Webb claims that Jolie required him and his contractors to sign NDAs relating to various personal and professional details of her and her family's life. Brad Pitt versus Angelina Jolie. Inside the court battle over their French winery. After the couple divorced and was drawn into a battle over custody of their 6 children, the docs claim that Webb received multiple calls from Jolie's representative, who told Mr. Webb to remind his staff that they had entered into NDAs with Jolie and that if they testified in a custody proceeding, Jolie would sue them. Webb states that he conveyed this message to his contractors and that both contractors confirmed that they had planned to testify if subpoenaed. Furthermore, the docs claim that one of them told Webb that he would testify about statements he overheard that Ms. Jolie made to the children, encouraging them to avoid spending time with Mr. Pitt during custody visits. The docs claim that the 2 security contractors both testified despite the alleged threat of being sued, and shortly thereafter Jolie fired Mr. Webb's company. It appears that Webb himself, who now works for Pitt, does not claim to have personally heard Jolie's alleged comments to her kids. Brad Pitt accused of looting French vineyard he owned with ex-Angelina Jolie. Jolie's attorney, Paul Murphy, released a statement on Thursday addressing the claims made in the docs. Mr. Pitt's continued attempt to equate common NDAs for security personnel and housekeepers covering confidential information employees learn at work, with him demanding an expanded NDA to ensure the continued cover-up of his deplorable actions remains shameful. Murphy stated, "This case is not about NDAs in general, but about power and control. All Angelina has ever wanted was separation and health, with positive relationships between all members of their family, including Mr. Pitt. She looks forward to the day when he is finally able to let her go." The latest filing comes just over a month after Jolie's lawyers filed documents claiming Pitt was physically abusive toward her before the alleged 2016 incident on a plane, which she has said was the impetus for her filing for divorce. The motion filed by Jolie's legal team on April 4 largely revolved around the former Flames' acrimonious legal dispute over their shares of ownership of their French winery, Château Miraval. Jolie's lawyers filed the motion asking a court to compel Pitt and his legal team to provide responses and documents explaining why the Oscar-winning actor suddenly conditioned his purchase of Jolie's share of Miraval on her agreeing to a greatly expanded NDA now covering Pitt's personal misconduct, whether related to Miraval or not. Jolie claims in the documents that Pitt's demand for this NDA was his attempt to cover up his alleged abuse of her and their children. Pitt was never charged with a crime after an investigation by authorities into the allegations of physical abuse on the 2016 flight. In contrast to the claims made by Jolie's lawyers, docs filed by Pitt's legal team in June 2023 claim that it was actually Jolie's team who requested a broader NDA, not him.